What's up, Albany? I'm Alicia Purdy. I'm running for mayor of Albany in the 2021 election, which is just a few weeks away. Listen, today is September 11th, 2021. It's a difficult day for a lot of Americans, and it's an extremely difficult day if you're a New Yorker. I'm a born and raised New Yorker, and I want to share a couple of thoughts with you today. I've been out at events all day in the city of Albany. I'm standing down here right now at Academy Park, which is right in front of City Hall. And I am so ashamed of the current administration's failure to acknowledge September 11th, 2001. I'm ashamed as a New Yorker. I'm ashamed as an American. I'm ashamed as a mayoral candidate that this city did nothing more than a moment of silence to recognize the people who died in a terrorist attack on our state and on our nation on September 11th, 20 years ago. Do you remember where you were? I do. At the time when September 11th, when that day, that terrible day hit us, I was in graduate school. I was a single mother. I was putting myself through journalism school, and I was feeding my baby breakfast before I hit the school day. I had a lot going on that day. It was a busy day like it was for all of us. We were just sort of, going about our day, right? So I'm watching the Today Show. I was watching the Today Show at the time. And I remember hearing the news anchors on the Today Show. I heard one of them scream. And I was in the kitchen, and my baby was sitting in front of the TV in a high chair. And I came running out because who ever hears Al Roker scream? I heard him scream. So I came running out, and there I sat and watched. I thought, what's going on in New York City? And I see the Twin Towers. The next thing I see is a plane flying into the second tower. The first tower was smoking, and a plane flew into the second tower. And just like everybody else, I thought it was fake. I thought the little plane that just crashed into the World Trade Center was fake. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I thought, in a million years, I didn't think it was a terrorist attack. And Al Roker, it shook me. It's Al Roker. He screams, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They've hit the World Trade Center." And I was like, oh my God, what? Now I felt the same thing you felt that day. Panic. I was in dismay. My family, we're all in New York. I got a call from my mother, and she said, "Alicia, I have to tell you that your brother is in New York City right now." And for 3 days, we did not know what was going on. We didn't know where my brother was. And we were in a panic like everybody else, hoping to God he wasn't driving down the street minding his own business when the World Trade Center was hit. Then we find out the airplanes, the Pentagon, those heroes in the airplane, let's roll. They decided they were going to go down fighting. They knew they would go down. And it shook me to my core like it shook you. And I was so ashamed today of the city of Albany for doing nothing to recognize. I was at an event today where Kathy Sheehan was, and she did a moment of silence. That's not good enough. 20 years ago, our lives were forever altered by the most devastating terror attack on American soil that's ever happened. And we're the capital city of the great state of New York. The people who died that day deserve better. The people who live in this city to this day, bearing the grief and the trauma of that day, we deserved better. And when I'm mayor, you're freaking gonna get better. Here's what I wanna read to you right now. On September 11th, 2001, 246 people woke up and caught their plane on time, and they didn't miss their flights. On September 11th, 2001, 2,606 people got up, had their cup of coffee, and went to their jobs at the World Trade Centers and at the Pentagon. On September 11th, 2001, 343 firefighters prepped for their morning shift. On September 11th, 2001, 60 police officers got ready to do their patrol. 8 paramedics, 3 New York State court officers, and none of them lived past 10 a.m. on September 11th, 2001. I'm ashamed of the capital city of the state of New York. I'm standing here at City Hall right now. If you can take a look behind me. The flag is at half-mast, and there's a few yellow bows. That's what the city of Albany got. So I wanted to come down here today, and I want to pay tribute to the people who died on 9/11. You can tap like and share on this video. You can let people know that that's what I'm doing here, because somebody has to say something on behalf of the city of Albany. We have family members that live in this city that are still suffering to this day. People who died later from cancer and all kinds of things that stemmed from that day. We should have had a parade. We should have had a gun salute. We should have had the American flag flying. We should have had a time to honor our first responders that went down. You know how many people? I don't know. Do you have people in your family? I'll tell you what happened to my brother. We didn't know what would happen to him because he was down there. And so many people went down to New York City. I don't know if you know one of them. Many people flooded New York City to help with the search and rescue, to pull out bodies. And my brother was one of them. It turns out he did not die. We didn't know where he was. You know what my brother did? He went down and he spent days pulling bodies out of the rubble underneath the World Trade Center. And it was traumatizing. He found body parts. He didn't even find full bodies sometimes. That was a traumatizing day for the United States of America. And September 12th was one of the most beautiful days we've ever had, where we were united as a country. We were ready to fight. And now here we are 20 years later. There's a debacle in Afghanistan. We have people who are traumatized and killing themselves, who fought in Afghanistan and felt like their lives over there were for nothing after this terrorist attack. After that happened, my brother, like many other people in the United States of America, my brother ran and he joined the military. My brother joined the Navy and he became a U.S. Navy SEAL, ultimately in the end, because he was so angry by what happened to our nation, our city, in our state of New York. He was so angry that he altered the course of his life and he joined the Navy and he became a Navy SEAL so that he could help fight tyranny and terrorism and keep the United States safe. That was his part to play. And here we are 20 years later. My brother is born and raised in the capital region, and there was nobody in this city where we grew up to honor somebody like him or somebody in your family. So I'm standing here today to honor my brother, to honor your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your child, whoever that was that's been affected by the actions on September 11th, 2001. I want to let you know that I recognize you. I stand with you. I am ashamed that the city of Albany did nothing of substance at all to make this day what it should have been. 20 years ago, our lives were forever changed. And I'm standing here today, down in front of City Hall. I drove down here because I wanted to tell you this. God bless America. God bless the city of Albany. We're going to get a new mayor. This is a load of garbage that we were not honored this day at the 20-year anniversary with something better. Albany, you deserved better. We were all affected that day, and everything that affects one of us affects all of us. So today, when you're thinking about this day, and I hope that you do, would you take a minute and find somebody and let them know that you're thinking about them? People feel forgotten. It's been 20 years. Let them know. I apologize on behalf of the city of Albany that more wasn't done to honor you today. Whatever it was that you carried with you that day, whether that was a day it'll stand out in all of our memories. Would you find somebody today and make sure that they feel recognized? Because the city of Albany failed today to do anything about that. My name is Alicia Purdy. I'm running against Kathy Sheehan for the city of Albany to be the mayor. I support our first responders, our police. I honor you, our firefighters, our paramedics, our dispatch, the good men and women that live here, the families, the individuals. Every single person in this city is important, and every single person in the city should be honored. And today, of all days, we stand as New Yorkers, we stand as Americans, and we say this is going to be a remembrance day every year, but especially on the 20-year anniversary. We stand today united to say this: you will not divide us, and whatever tyranny it is that comes to our borders, we will meet you force for force. We all face tyranny in our lives, and we all have a different measure of force. You have the ability to fight tyranny, and whatever that is, let today be the day of remembrance that you will not allow a terrorist to rule over you. You will not permit tyranny to affect your life, and you will fight back. Do not accept tyranny. We were granted freedom, one nation under God, and that's how we stand today. I'm sorry the city of Albany did not do enough. Yet again, a failed mayor dropped the ball because that's not where her heart is. But mine is. Hear my words today. I stand as a New Yorker. I stand as a representative of the city of Albany. I stand with the United States of America. God bless America. Remember this day. Never forget the day that tyranny tried to come after us and we pushed it back. You will not cross the border again. Not in my life, not in my city, not in my family, not in my country. We will meet force with force, and that's what we're gonna do. Hey, you guys, if you stayed and watched, thanks. I just wanted to come down and say a couple words because I will not let it go unacknowledged. It changed my life. I hope it changed your life. And now we have to defend those borders. Thanks, you guys. God bless America.